Hello and welcome to the channel Gaming Like a Noob. I'm the Noob and I call myself S01E14. So, this is the first video that I record in the year 2022. I know that there have been a Welling United video that came up on Tuesday, but that was recorded quite some time ago, and I still have 2 or 3 more Welling United videos to come up that has been recorded weeks ahead of time. After that I need to make new videos. We have a little new layout. Hopefully it will be something that you like. The top bar, which has the channel's name and pictures of the 3 games that I at the moment is playing and uploading on YouTube, and if there comes new games I will add that, of course. And then top right corner we have the team that I'm managing, and we have the channel logo or whatever, little face that I have painted myself, which shows you that I'm not a great artist. And then we have the right bar where it says the videos that will be released, which days, what time. CET, you probably know, stands for Central European Time, which I'm pretty sure we go by here in Sweden all the time, so hopefully it will always be like that. I'm not 100% sure when it comes to summertime and winter times and stuff like that, if that isn't correct, but I think it is. I think we go by the Central European Time constantly here in Sweden. So that's the new layout. And that's the video is still on 90% of the frame, so hopefully it won't be any problems, even if you're watching it on mobile phones or something like that. And I'm saying hopefully, but yeah, you never know. So it won't be, I think it is Welling United. I think I have until episode 4 that is pre-recorded and uploaded already, so this new layout won't happen to that until episode 5 of the 3rd season there that Welling United is into. But this is the first video I record with this, so to speak, so it will be continuous like this on the Manchester United. I am a bit back when it comes to City Skylines, but hopefully it will be back on Sunday, and then that will use this layout as well. So, but without further ado, let's get into this episode. Now, as we recall here in the last episode, we did have 3 really good games. We beat City in the Carabao Cup, we beat Leeds and Tottenham in the league, which meant that we're going to play a final pretty soon. But today I was thinking that we will try to get through these 3 games here if time allows it. That's Norwich, Leicester and Aston Villa. And yeah, I gave up on yeah, he's gone from here now. I gave up on Vardy, as you understand, and I couldn't find anybody else that was interesting enough. Let's see what this is. Nothing happens when I press that one and that one. A lot of strange things there, but no, never mind. £9.5 million is way too little to find a player that we can use in Manchester United, so I gave up on that. Even if I'm pretty sure, if we look at history, players like this one, yes, was only 4 million, and we do have use of him. So, but finding a new one like that would be a lot of work, I would say. But let's keep on going here. Today's game will be against Norwich, as you could see here, and we are favourites, so hopefully we can beat, even if we are going to play here away. Press conference, we send the assistant. Let's get on with this. We have a transfer window that closes as well, and I'm not going to be participating this time because we have no money, as I said, and it's just a pain to go to look, as we would probably end up losing player after player in the fight for them. So yeah, we're gonna criticize this one as well. We want him to train well because we never know. There might be a lot of injuries in the club. The goalkeepers might be ended up injured or something one by one, and sooner or later we might be forced to use Lee Grant. Even if we don't intend to use him, we might someday be forced to it, and then I don't want him to be slacking off in the training, of course. Cavani is going to be away on international duty, so that's not a good thing. So let's get into tactics, and we need to find someone to play in that position. I think I'm going to use Greenwood actually, and we're going to need to put someone, we take Juan Mata to come in on that position. Now in real life, Greenwood, I think I have a hard time with him, to be honest. I know there's talents, there's loads of talents in that lad, but he seems to be playing for himself at the moment, and that's never a good sign. But yeah, anyway, let's not talk about that now. We are going to try and get this team to work, and maybe Divine will make a debut today. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. I really would love to get him involved and start to see if we can develop him, the 17-year-old, into a world-class player. Maybe someday taking over for Pogba, yeah. So let's kick this game off then. Well, let's go on here then. So yeah, let's see what we can do. I hope you do like the new layout that I have created, and hopefully my goal is to have some more exciting screenshots when it comes to when you see the video pop up on suggestions or stuff like that. So because that is another eye movement that you draw people in with, that I have totally failed with. But hopefully I will find a way to get something like that up and running as well, so I can get a nice view on that as well. So we're going to play Norwich away, and I'm not pretty much going to play with the same team as we have done now. They're all pretty much back and in good health. So let's see what we can do. There we go, perhaps a little loud on the volume here. So let's pull that down a little bit. Norwich, Manchester United. Sensomi Trollbeard is going to manage this game. That's me. And I'm going to pump my fist, and let's go with the assistant's recommendation. Not many that got motivated, but yeah. Tunnel, I hate the tunnel. Always have to do that. Let's skip this one and let's get the game going. So, Johnson, Cantwell, Let's see. They're keeping the ball here now in the start of the game. Oh, getting dangerous here. That's good. We need to continue to put pressure on Liverpool, of course, and we need to keep on winning to stay ahead of Manchester City as well. I don't think there's going to be much that's going to stop City from continuing to win games. So we need to win our games as well. So yeah, we haven't started very good in this game, I think. Even if it's only been 5 minutes of play here, they are actually better than us. They are the ones creating the chances, and I don't like that at all, to be honest. Maguire, Pogba, Maguire to Lindelof, getting it out to Shaw. Here's Greenwood, gets it to Shaw, back to Lingard, Shaw, and here's Bruno Fernandes. Finally creating an opportunity in here, so that's good. Lindelof, Shaw, Lingard, Bruno, Shaw, Lindelof, Bruno, Shaw, Lingard. Come on, get the ball up, lads. Need to create something here. They're very tight on us. Very hard for us to find some free space to put our players and put the ball into. So they're compact, playing a compact defensive way here. Let's see if we can create something here. Oh, good header, but good save as well by the Norwich keeper. Here's Sancho, Pogba, Van Bissaka, Sancho, Ronaldo. Oh, Ronaldo, he scores! Cristiano Ronaldo makes it 1-0 for us, and that's a good thing. 13 minutes into the game when we have started to take over the game here. That's good. Greenwood injured. That's not good. Lingard. So I think I'm going to have to take out Greenwood, and the only alternative that I have in the striker department is actually Marcus Rashford. So Rashford is going to get the opportunity because I don't want to end up with a long-term injury on Greenwood. I can't really afford to have long-term injuries as well as this what should I say, small squad that I've actually got of quality players. I have a lot of players. Some players that I have loads of belief in that's going to become superstars, I hope, and but they are way off right now. Oh, that's a good goal by Jadon Sancho. Good header. But as I said, I don't really feel that I have a good, strong squad. I have some really good players, and if they can stay healthy and out of suspensions and stuff like that, I'm sure that we can even fight for the title. But oh crap! Oh, good. As I say, I'm pretty sure we can fight for the title if we can keep ourselves fit and without suspensions and stuff like that. But as soon as we get to squad depth, we don't have the depth because the ones that I'm bringing in are Mata is not good enough, and I mean Divine and players like that, they are all too young. They are some way off becoming superstars. If they become it or not, I don't know at the moment, but I have a good feeling about especially Divine, and so yeah, but he's way off still, so The squad depth might be there in a season or two, but not this season. This season it's very important that my better players stay fresh and out of suspensions. I'd had 2-0 lead here against Norwich. I'm quite pleased with that. Here's Rashford, and there's the third one. An assist from Cristiano Ronaldo. 3-0. I think this game is in the bag. So there's going to be a couple of changes in the second half, that's for sure. We'll have to see. I mean, Devine is most likely going to come on for Paul Pogba. And that's going to be interesting to see if he can do something good. Ooh. Good save by their keeper. You always dream about getting a new Ryan Giggs, of course, 17 years of age, coming in. I think he played 2 games that season when he was 17. And after that, he was pretty much a regular in the team. And that is, of course, something that you always dream about, getting a player like that. He meant so much for Manchester United. I mean, yeah. If we take the 10 best seasons of Ryan Giggs and the 10 best seasons of Paul Scholes was probably a little better, but Giggs was tremendous for over 20 years. So, and he changed his way of playing in a very good way, which many people or many players don't manage to do. But Ryan Giggs did. So, yeah, that's... Oh, Bruno Fernandes. Now I think it's time for Pogba to leave and Alfie to come in. Going to be interesting to see him play. Let's see here. Ooh, that's good by Henderson to be out and hoisting that away. I think, actually, if I'm to be honest, I don't think Henderson is really a player that I want to put my faith in to be the first team goalkeeper I don't think he's good enough to be a top contender when it comes to that. But I know he's good. He's really good, but I think he's quite a bit for him to become in the... I'm trying to find the depth of mind. I'm trying to keep an eye on him. I think there is... He's not going to become that superstar of a goalkeeper, and so I'm going to have to try and keep an eye on trying to find some young... Ooh, he couldn't... Oh, but he gets there anyway, and oh! So I'm going to keep an eye on trying to find some good goalkeepers, especially a young goalkeeper that can become something once the youth players that I'm buying up is starting to get into the team. Because I want to have a good player, good players everywhere, of course. That's always a dream. And I want to... Hopefully I can keep on trying to find youth players that hopefully will be good enough to get into this team in the future. So from Saka to Henderson, he hoists the ball up. He's good enough to play, don't get me wrong, but if we want to become a team that's... God damn it. If we want to be a team that is fighting for Champions League and the Premier League titles, we need a better goalkeeper. I'm pretty sure of that. If we want to continue to just fight for a position to get to the Champions League, he's good enough. Yeah, that's my view on it anyway. So. But if we want to win titles, we need a better goalkeeper as well, of course. Let's see, what do we more have that we can bring on? Van de Beek. Let's give him an opportunity to play in the defense. Let's take him out. Maguire go out, and they'll come in. Let's see what we can do with that. Oh! Beautiful goal by Cristiano Ronaldo. Beautiful, beautiful. 4-1. And yes, we're going to go through with that change. Resting Maguire for the next game. Hopefully we'll get Varane back pretty soon. And hopefully that will give us something better to work with. Here's Divine. Seems to be playing quite alright. I haven't really seen him losing the ball. And playing it safe, it looks like. And oh! Not taking any long sort of oh, what a goal by Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not taking any chances, so to speak. He's playing it safe, and that's what you want from that defensive midfielder. Let the offensive player take the risks and do that. You want a stable, at least I want a stable defensive midfielder that I can rely on, because it's too early to take chances when you're that far back as a defensive midfielder. Same in the defense. I want them to play a secure and good passing. But as soon as you get to that second half of the pitch, like the offensive, Bruno Fernandes, and here's Cristiano Ronaldo hitting the bar. Oh, not the bar, the post. So 5-1. That's a nice win. And a nice game for Divine to start his career here at Manchester United. So let's have outstretched arms and go through this. And next that waits is, of course, this transfer deadline that is coming up. And I don't think that we're going to be involved with it. As I said, we don't have enough money to do it. So, and I want to save the money that I have in order to get as much as possible to get a really good signing if we get more money from the sponsors and stuff like that to use on our transfer budget. Maybe we can even buy Haaland or something like that. But right now we need to be scarce with our money. Put arms around him and let's go on. Greenwood is out for 1 to 3 days. Not good, but could have been worse, of course. So good thing that we took him out. Cristiano Ronaldo made 3 goals, so let's give him some praise as well. And we do need to find somebody to take over from Cristiano Ronaldo. I think there is a good chance for me to keep him 1 more season. I don't think this is the last season for Cristiano Ronaldo, but it is he's not going to be better next season. He is going to be dropping in quality, of course, which is quite natural if we are to be honest. We all do that, so we are not as good as we are in our 20s. The older we get, the harder we have to keep up with the younger people. So I was just looking at this and training schedule week, and I could see we have a resting here that I want to fill up with a match preparation and teamwork. So confirm that, and let's go to the next month where we have all the things in here, but we have the last here. That's already quite high, so let's just go for recovery. And here we have, it's light dark green, so which is good. So let's go for some, that's aerial and ground. So let's go for engagement. Let's go disengagement, and let's go like that. And then we have here, we want to continue to get some team bonding. And here we have, oh, this is a hard week. Do we want to press in? Let's do some ground defense there. We're still in the dark green. After that, recovery there. We want some community outreach. And then that's the final, isn't it? No, it's that's the Premier League game. So let's just go teamwork. Then after recovery there, we go match preparation review, and we go extracurriculum, team bonding. So we're well into, I can do this thing here, I will do off camera. So you don't have to sit and watch everything I do. But now we have every little thing pressed into there. So available first team player for under 23, that's not Lopez, Mata, Teles, De Gea. That's actually kind of cool that he's playing in the, let's see, I feel that I have a very hard time changing the goalkeepers. I mean, I know De Gea probably is a better goalkeeper than Henderson, but it's gone good with Henderson in the goal now. So I'm a bit of a superstitious one. I want to continue with him in the goal because it has gone the way it has, and I want to continue that. I mean, I lost against Leicester, and who knows, we might be changing the goalkeeper again. So, but at the moment we want to keep this. Who's this? Adam Armstrong, not a very good player, and they still want 37 to 45 million pounds. I mean, so what am I going to do with 9 million pounds when this is a sort of player that doesn't really fit into our club? And yeah, let's go on here and see. And I want to get into the squad, and I'm maybe going to name a thing or two. As I said, Henderson, a good goalkeeper if I want to continue just to qualify for the Champions League. But our goal is, of course, to become a major contender. So I would love to find a better goalkeeper to make us get into that slot where we stand a chance of winning the Champions League, and that we have a good chance of winning the Premier League. Those are the two big titles that we are aiming for, of course, and we would never say no to any of the other titles like an FA Cup or Carabao Cup title. Aaron Van Bissaka, I think, is good enough to, if the rest of the team, if I improve the rest of the team, I think Aaron Van Bissaka is good enough to become one of the lesser players to be able to win titles for us. Harry Maguire, I think, yeah, he could be good enough. Victor Lindelof, I think he probably a good substitute if I want to get up there. Luke Shaw, I think he's good enough to be among the contenders for us to win the Premier League and the Champions League. Jadon Sancho, I think he's good enough. Pogba, I know he is good enough because it should be strange if he wasn't when we think about the reputation that he has around the world. At the same time, it's a player that I would like to find someone else, and I'm hoping that Divine is going to be that player to take his position in the team and at least be as good as Paul Pogba. But of course, with Paul Pogba, we can win the Premier League and the Champions League. I think it's the same thing, but Fernandes, we do need to find a new left winger. Maybe Marcus Rashford is good enough to become that left winger to bring us up that. But then we need, I mean, Cristiano Ronaldo, yes, at the moment he's good enough to be helping us to win the Premier League and take a Champions League title. but the players around him in this team is not good enough to do that. So we're not going to win the league. We're not going to win the Champions League. And he's going to be that good for this season and maybe even the next season. After that, no, he's not going to be. He's going to be falling down into that that area of players or the group of players that are good enough to take us to the Champions League, but not to win titles. But at the moment, and perhaps even the next season, he is good enough to be one of the players to bring titles to us. Greenwood, I think there's potential for him as well. We need to find a way where we have the most use for him. Is it going to be on the right midfield position, or is it going to be as a striker? I don't really know, to be honest. We're trying out stuff, and yeah. So that's the players in the first team. And of course, when we take a look at players that are good enough to bring us titles, Varane is one of those, of course. Cavani is not. He might be this season, but I think already next season he's not going to be one of the players that can bring us titles. So he's too old, and he's not in the quality of Cristiano Ronaldo. He's not far from it, but he's not in Cristiano Ronaldo's route. So yeah, but I'm hoping Divine is going to be, as I said, a player that can hopefully take the position of Paul Pogba. But as I said, Paul Pogba is also a player that can bring us a title, so that's not an improvement or something like that. So it is clearly that we need a world-class central defender, and we do need a world-class left midfielder and a striker, at least one striker, because we have problems with the attack that we have. But getting that, I'm pretty sure that we have the ability to become a contender for the title and stuff like that. I also have a little hope that I've heard lots of good things about this player, Shola Shortire, in real life. I haven't heard in this game, but in real life I've heard that he's a really talented lad and that he most likely will become a first team player. So maybe he's something that we could try to ease into that left midfielder position instead of Jesse Lingard. So, but yeah, that's what I feel about the team anyway, and sorry about that. Hopefully we will get there, and hopefully I will at least be able to, while I try to build that team, that in that case is going to fight for the title. I'm of course hoping that I can stay on as manager here at Manchester United and not getting the sack. This is, of course, all depending on this series is all depending on me keeping the job at Manchester United. If I lose my job, the series is over. Same thing with Welling United. If I lose my job at Welling United, the series is over. Doesn't matter what happens after that, and it doesn't matter what team that wants me as a manager. The series is over. There's not going to be a continuance. I am thinking about that maybe someday I will start a career where I start as unemployed and try to get and see where I can get, so to speak. I'm going to try and win as much as I can, and with the clubs that I end up in and stuff like that. I'm going to take decline here because we can't afford to buy anything. But as it is now, I think I'm already having too much to do with having the the Welling United, the Manchester United and the City Skylines videos to come out. So yeah, I'm not going to start anything now, but of course there is a small part of me that would find that intriguing, because I've never started a game like that. I've never started a game as unemployed and tried to move around in clubs. I've always, every time, I must say, every time that I've started in many different clubs. Let's see what this is before we do anything. It's got a virus. I hope it's not the well-known virus. Maybe we should use the club doctor. Let's do that. But anyway, as I said, I've never, not even without recording anything or anything like that, I've never played, even though I have played this game since 1992 or 93, something like that. I think it is 92 when the first came out. And I remember I bought that one and played tremendously amount of it, but without anyway, let's not, I'm getting off topic here, I'm sorry. With this player, looks like it, have I put this up for sale? It's been a while since no transfer status, now unavailable for loan as well, so I'm not going to sell him, so reject offer. But as I said, I've never started the game unemployed, and I've never done anything like that. So, yeah, it's going to be. It's going to take a look at that. The potential of this player is huge. But I'm getting off topic again. As I said, I've never done that. 30 years, pretty much, almost 30 years I've played this game, and I've never started unemployed. I've always started with a club, and I've always played the game until I've gotten sick on it, or if I've gotten fired, I've ended that thing. I haven't start looking for work at any other club or something like that. I've just given up. His costs under £1 million. I mean, even if he's crap, if I can get him for £1 million, and he could end up being a really great player. Determination 15 to 19. That is something that I'm very interested in having in my players. A high determination, teamwork as well. Midfielder. Should I try to buy this one? Let's put in an offer for let's see, 500,000. Suggest they're accepting that. So let's see if we can get him. I don't know, but I mean, look at this potential ability. Decent rating for a senior team, excellent rating for senior team. Scout's opinion of this player's potential abilities. Now, I haven't fully scouted him, but maybe he could become that good. And the numbers look quite good, and I don't want to miss out on this one. I think the window is actually still open, so that's why I'm going to try and get him. He's interested in joining us. He wants to be a youngster. I think that's going to be good. He's going to join us in the summer. So he's not going to join us now. Can he join us now? No. So we're going to have to wait until the summer. Yes, let's do that. Negotiate contract. Let's give him 1,500. Let's give him 8,000 there. I don't want to give him yearly raise just yet. Let's give him 2,500 if he makes 10 games. And let's give him £400 if he does play. And I want him to sign a long contract. The old 3 is the longest. Let's see what he accepts that. So there might be a chance that we get him. William Clem. 17-year-old midfielder from FC Copenhagen. That's going to be interesting. I know I said I was not going to do any offers, but when he came up and I saw him, I just needed to do something. £500,000 for a team like Manchester United is no money. So this is going to be the problem. Will he get a work permit? I can always lend him out, though, back to Denmark or something for him to develop, and hopefully he will in the future get good enough to play for us, but who knows. Now, they still want Logan Pine, and I don't think I want to. I mean, he's been training well now in the last couple of things here, and he's a full back. I think it's too early to give up on him. I want to have a closer look and a closer wait until I put him up for sale. It's such a small amount of money as well, so it doesn't really matter if I keep him. His salary is extremely low as well, so yeah, all of that is no problem. So I do hope that you've all had a wonderful New Year's Eve. No injuries, hopefully, when you've been out cracking fireworks and stuff like that. And yeah, other than that, I think we're hoping for a better and for a healthier 2022. Let's hope that this is going to be a brilliant year, both for me and for you. And we're going to continue to fight, all of us, aren't we? We want to have a healthier 2022. Let's see now. The transfers window has finally closed, and we did not buy anybody except for that Danish player. If he gets his, we have nobody to register, so let's just do that and move on. Let's go. So Leicester and Aston Villa left, and we're going to play Leicester at home and Aston Villa away. The thing is, I am considering to actually, if I should use Divine instead of Pogba. Just have to wait and see how Pogba is in fitness and everything after his virus. So yeah, Lukaku winning this month player. Cristiano Ronaldo in the second position. I got to be the manager of the month with my Manchester United. Good. Sensomi Trollbeard getting to be the manager of the month. Quite nice, actually. But we're drawing closer to get to this Leicester City game. And it's going to be an interesting game, I think. We're in February now. So we're coming up. We have a month or two left before the youth player comes in. Hopefully we will get someone like Ryan Giggs. But of course that's just a dream. And the chance of getting a new Ryan Giggs is such a small thing. Look at this. Rafael Varane is back in full training. Now, for me, he's absolutely not going to play in the next game. He might be getting 10 minutes or something in the end of the game if I am going to use him. But other than that, no way. Manchester United may register 25 players to be eligible for the next Champions League. Let's see, let's respond. How does it look now? We have only 23. I think we got to do like that, yes. And who else? Minimum of 2, yes, that's okay. Maximum 25 players, maximum of 3 new players. So we can bring in 1 more player and we can change anything else we want. But I'm thinking if we want to bring in 1 more player, Don't we have everything? I'm gonna have a look now, so because I have a couple of times I have missed to bring in players like this one. I'm thinking maybe this one. Unregistered goalkeepers are allowed to... We have 4 goalkeepers. Should we take away 1 goalkeeper? Let's see, Lee Grant. I think I'm going to take away Lee Grant, actually. And then I'm going to register Leon King and Alfie Devine. So now we have maximum of everything. And is there anybody else that I forgot or something in the... No, I don't think so. We have... No, I think this is the way I'm going to go. These are the players that I'm going to register for the next... Yep, let's do it. Confirm selection. Let's see if there's anybody getting sourpuss of this. Players added is Anel, Leon King and Alfie Devine, and players removed Lee Grant, yes. Unregistered are these, but they're all youth players that I don't intend to use. And yeah. The thing is, I might have done something wrong there, but if I don't remember wrong, I think Leon King was pissed because he didn't get into that Champions League registrations, because I thought that if they were under 20 they didn't need to be registered. So, but clearly they did, and it's only in the league that you get to play if you're under 21. So let's see here. Father made an offer to loan Manchester United's Daniel Gore. Who is this? He's not very good and he's dropping in everything. So yeah, let's give them the opportunity to loan him. He's rejected. This work permit is rejected for this one, but I'm going to sign him anyway and try to lend him out. Let's see if we can do that. I know that I made that mistakes in other saves in this 2022 where, for example, I bought the youth Japanese player in from Real Madrid, Nakati or whatever his name is, and I didn't get a work permit for him, and still I signed him, and there's no team that wants to lend him. But hopefully there's loads of teams that might be wanting to lend this player, because he can play in Sweden or in Denmark and Norway, anywhere in the in the EU, and that's going to be an advantage, so to speak, because there's loads of teams that he can go to. So, but that wasn't good. He had almost 5 stars, has dropped to 2.5. Oh crap. Maybe he wasn't a very good signing. Oh, anyway, the scouts is going to have a look on it, and £500,000 for a youth player, it's not the end of the world. Let's see, a Manchester United favourite for the Leicester clash. I mean, £500,000 is what some of the players are earning a week, so yeah. Maguire and Rodgers set for Old Trafford reunion, yeah. That's going to be interesting. We're going to be facing off against Rodgers. I do, in real life, I do think that Rodgers is a good manager. I think he was on his way to make Liverpool great, but he never got the winning mentality to really stick into Liverpool. So, but they played well under him. I think that they played well under him. To be honest, they were playing very good for so many games, but it was just that last little puzzle piece that was missing. But as I've said before, so did it do for Alex Ferguson for a lot of years. and later on he has become one of the greatest managers of all time. Probably Manchester United's greatest, at least together with Sir Matt Busby. But yeah, I was pleased when they fired him because I didn't want Liverpool to become a major force, of course. But then they got Klopp, who was actually one of the managers that I wanted for Manchester United when Ferguson left. Seeing what he had done with Dortmund, and that he actually did bring up a lot of youth players and stuff like that, and pretty much used Dortmund in the same way that Ferguson used United. And now I don't know if it's Dortmund that has that established within the club, or if it's Klopp that made that in the club. I can't know that, but that was what I felt, and that's what I want Manchester United to try and do. And that's the part where I thought that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was a good influence. He wanted to build from the youth system and stuff like that, just like Ferguson, and then putting some spices with signing a world-class player every season or every other season, to just stay above the other clubs and other teams. So yeah, that's what I felt. So that's why I think it was a bit of a shame when it came to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. But at the same time, I never thought that, or should I say, my thoughts on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer as a manager, I didn't think he was a good enough match manager, so to speak. I didn't think that he had what it took to change the games and to be a good enough tactical manager. But yeah, maybe it was just that he was too kind with the players. I don't know. Something wasn't right. I couldn't see a game plan when I looked at Manchester United under Solskjaer, which I could with when Ferguson took over, and despite it going extremely bad in the mid-80s there, he was almost fired. I remember the banners and stuff that they put up that they wanted him to be fired. So yeah, I do remember the hard times of Sir Alex Ferguson, but as I said, I could always see a gameplay in Ferguson's United, and they, as I said, with Rodgers, United played well even in the start under Alex Ferguson, but couldn't really find that winning mentality, and that's what I feel and think. And yeah, I don't know if I'm glad or sad that Solskjaer left or was fired. I can't really say, because I'm not the type of person that want to kick out managers. I think that's one of the harder decisions that a club ever have to do, if they're going to kick a manager or if they're going to stick with him, because it takes all good. Fernandes makes it 1-0 for us. It takes some time to build up a team and to get them to play in the way you want them to play, and everything like that. So yeah, so that's what I feel. So, but he was there for quite some time, Solskjaer. So, and as I said, I didn't really see any game plan when he was a manager, which I could with so many others. And yeah, but I'm afraid, to be honest, when it comes to Manchester United now, because I have a bad feeling that it is a group of players that might be the problem in Manchester United, that just wants to, they want it their way, and if a manager doesn't want it that way, which of course no manager wants the players to make the decision on how they're going to be playing. The manager wants to take that final decision, and yeah, then they're going to keep on getting managers fired. I mean, that's just the way it is, and that scares me a bit. But yeah, let's hope that Ralph, the new manager, gets a grip of that, and perhaps if there is a problem with the players, kick them out, even if it is these huge stars like Pogba, Fernandes or something like that. We need the stability in the dressing room, and we need the dressing room to know that it is the manager that is in command, no matter what they think, and no matter how good they think they are. It is the managers that takes all these decisions, and that is the one that is, yeah, making the rules. I mean, I know Beckham was growing to become too large or too big for Ferguson, and that's most likely one of the reasons that he had to get rid of Beckham, because Beckham was, as I said, no player should be greater than the club or the manager. The club is always number one, manager number two, and after that there is the influential players and stuff like that. But always the club is always going to be first, and after that it's always going to be the manager. It's not going to be a player that, unless it's a playing manager. But yeah, I don't think a player should have too much to say. He could come with suggestion, and if the manager think it's right to play him in a way that he himself suggests, then of course the manager. But I still feel that the manager is the person to take all those decisions, and the players have to abide by that, or they'll have to leave the club. Ooh, good one, Cavani. No. Let's see, how does things go for Divine? We'll have to take a look at that. Is that Divine up there? Let's see if we can hit him with our mouse. Yes, that's Divine. He has a yellow card. That's not good. But, yeah, there's Divine. Good pass to Cavani, and Cavani gets that too. And it's 2-0! Bruno Fernandes. Great, great, great. We are on a row here. We are flowing. Great, great. Leicester is supposed to be a tough team as well, so this is good. And having Divine getting another game on his belt is, of course, very good. And I am considering taking McTominay in there before the game ends. First of all, because of Divine's yellow card, but also that is, oh crap, that's not good. Let's go into this here, and we're going to take out Divine. I'm just going to do that first of all, and then I'm going to take out Divine and put in McTominay, and McTominay is not going to be someone like that. He's going to be a ball winning, and then what else do we have? We have Greenwood to take the position of Sancho, and let's do Rashford out there, and let's confirm the changes. Let's see if we will be better or worse with this. Oh, good save by Schmeichel. Talking about Schmeichel, his father Peter Schmeichel is probably, even though we've had some really good goalkeepers in Manchester United, Peter Schmeichel is probably my favourite, and most of all because he was a tremendous goalkeeper, and he made some terrific saves, but So have De Gea, and so have... No red card here, please. If any card, give him a yellow. Not no, he didn't get him a card. As I said, De Gea has been a brilliant goalkeeper. I made a brilliant... done some brilliant saves. And so did Van der Gaal, was terrific as well. And we've had some other really good goalkeepers. The thing that puts Schmeichel as #1 for me is that he had the mentality, the same mentality as Roy Keane and those players. He demanded the defense and he controlled the defense, and the defense really didn't dare to make mistakes because he was such a tremendous presence in the goal. So that was what for me makes Peter Schmeichel the greatest goalkeeper during my years. And as I said, somewhere around 83, 84, I started to oh, great goal by Cristiano Ronaldo. Super. As I said, 83, 84, somewhere around that time is where I started to be interested in league football, trying to find out, isn't there a team that I want to cheer for in England? And everybody was a Liverpool supporter. I didn't want to be like everybody else. So I just I went to a library, looked up into I think it was the Times or something like that, which was a daily newspaper that they had in the library in Sweden. And I just looked at the table, somewhere in the mid-table somewhere. If I'm not wrong, it was even on the bottom half of the table. I saw the name Manchester United, and I just thought that was a cool name. I think that's the team that I'm going to be cheering for. I knew absolutely nothing about the history of the team. So, first of all, what I first did after decided to Manchester United is going to be my team. After that, I started reading a lot of history about Manchester United, and I looked in the history and thought, holy crap, what a team I've decided to support. And of course, Big Ron was manager, and yeah, I started to learn more and more about Manchester United, looked up what kind of players they have, like Mike Duxbury and Norman Whiteside and players like that, and yeah, I had a hell of a time in the 80s because Liverpool were the dominating force, and you really got to hear that from the Liverpool supporters, really giving it to us, laughing at us even. But then came the 90s, and things changed, one can say, and that was terrific. And I'm very pleased about the history that has happened during my time as a Manchester United supporter, starting out as a quite poor team with only a history, being a classical big team, even if I didn't know it when I started to cheer for them. They had been a great side during the Busby era and stuff like that, but starting out as a poor team, actually. I mean, we had problems getting into the mid-tables and stuff like that back then, and yeah, rising up from that like the phoenix bird or whatever you call it. We came up from the ashes, and with the help of Alex Ferguson, we became this powerhouse of a team during the 90s and the 2000s there. And it was just a terrific, what should we call it, experience, or like a travel. We were traveling in in this terrific thing that started out as but it really was a fairy tale for me anyway, to see my team just getting greater and greater, and it was a bit frustrating at start, I must say. I mean, I did look at a lot of games. I couldn't look at every game, of course, because I didn't have the money to travel to England and see them, and we didn't have every game in Sweden. Back in those days, we did get one English game a week, and it didn't have to be Manchester United, of course. It could be any team. So maybe 2 or 3 games a year you got to see Manchester United play. And as I said, I could see the game plan back then, which I couldn't see with Solskjaer, but I could see that we were playing good under Sir Alex Ferguson, even if we were way down in I think it was 11th position or something that we ended up one season in the start there. But I always thought that, well, we're playing good, so sooner or later it should become something good. But how long would it take before it happened, and would he be given the opportunity to stay on as a manager? Because none of us knew. But the rest is history, and it's a fantastic history. And even if we have gone down quite a bit since Ferguson left us, it's still nice to be a Manchester United supporter, and still feels like the right club to support for me. But I must be honest as well, and that is that I actually did lose quite a lot of interest in football completely, I must say. And it started in 2003, I think. Before that, I was fanatic about Manchester United. And it started already in the 80s, and all the way up to about 2003. I was a fanatic supporter of Manchester United. I could never afford to go to England and see them, but I was just crying when they lost, and I was over the moon when they won, and completely fanatic. And then we got Cristiano Ronaldo to the team. Now, a brilliant footballer. Already when he was 17 and came to Manchester United, he was a brilliant footballer. But what I've always hated about football is the actors. I can't take it. I know that around the Mediterranean, in South America and stuff like that, it's a part of the game to fool the judge and the referees, or whatever you call it. That's part of the game in those regions of the world. But for me, it was hard to take, because I've always hated that. I mean, I've supported the English national team since 1982, which was my first World Cup. Sweden hadn't qualified for that World Cup, so I decided that England would be my team, and I had a backup with Brazil because they had some fantastic players with those Zico and all of those. So, but I feel England has really been losing a lot of national advantages by not being that team that have actors in it, which I feel I wanted honest play, and I wanted them to win because they were the better team, not because they were the better actors and stuff like that. And it was a bit sad that you now have this team, that Manchester United, that were my team, that has been developed into my heart during all those years. For 20 years, they have just grown like a, I don't know what to say, but something that just have a grip on your heart, and then ending up with players that threw themselves to the ground and stuff like that. And all of a sudden you said, or I said, this is not fun. I mean, this is not how I want them to. This is not how I want to win trophies. I was happy that United won the Champions League, if it was 2008, right? I was happy that we won it. But at the same time, I felt that the 99 was a better trophy. The 99, I remember they had to kick Ryan Giggs on his thighs to stop him. He was flying on that left side, and yeah. And now I did I think somewhere around 2000, after 99, but somewhere around there, 2000, 2006, I could see that Paul Scholes tried 2 or 3 times that I saw, tried to act and get free kicks and penalties and stuff like that. And I just, what is he doing? It's not in his game, and it looked horrible when he tried it. So, yeah, and he stopped pretty quick. I mean, it wasn't many times that I did see it, but he did try. I think I saw it 2 times or something like that, where he fell over, and it just looked horrible. And I think he got a yellow card for the acting both times that I saw that. So, and then he stopped doing that again because, yeah, he couldn't. So I sort of lost the fanatic side of myself or the fanatic drawn to Manchester United, because that I was so opposed to this acting way of playing football. And then when it ended up coming into my own team, I just thought that, why should I place all this energy on that? I just can't. So, but I never stopped I never stopped being interested in Manchester United. I always continued to see the results, but I wasn't this fanatic. I didn't cry if United lost a game again, and I didn't sort of felt like the world was falling apart if I didn't get to see them play the game. I could miss out on watching games because now in the 90s, the late 90s, early 2000s, we had really gotten channels to show pretty much every single Premier League game in Sweden. So at that time, I hardly missed a game, but I do have a work that I make me work different times on the day, so I did miss out on a couple of games, quite a few, because I was working at the time where Manchester United were playing, and that felt really bad up until that moment where we all of a sudden had players throwing themselves to the ground with Cristiano Ronaldo. And I remember an FA Cup semi-final. I don't remember what year it was. We won 1-0 against Liverpool in an FA Cup. I think it was a semi-final. And it was Dimitar Berbatov that thrown himself to the ground, really making an actor. And I just felt sorry for the Liverpool supporters, actually. I just say, I'm sorry, we were not supposed to win that, especially not in that way. We won the game with 1-0, I remember. And yeah, I just felt that wasn't a real win, but I was still happy when we won any trophies. The Champions League 2008, as I said, with even though we did win so much because of Cristiano Ronaldo's light-footed way of falling from here to anywhere, so to speak. He could just fall without any problem. So that yeah. But then, could it be 2-3 years ago, I could see something. I mean, I did continue to watch them all the way to Ferguson ended, and I did watch quite a lot of games when they had the manager changes there, both with, especially with what's his name, that one that now he has West Ham, and he had Everton for a very long time. I know that you know who I'm talking about, and I've just lost his name, completely gone in my head. But I did look at quite a lot of games back then, and then sort of around the Mourinho period, I start to stop watching the games, United games as well. And then somewhere, not on the earlier than Mourinho, I think it was David Moyes, that was his name, yes. I think it was when his reign was over, and they sort of didn't choose Giggs to be the manager. I sort of went a bit black there, and it wasn't very many games that I saw there. And then Mourinho came, and I did started to look a little more, and then I discovered McTominay, and I thought that there might be a new generation that actually has some potential. So that made me want to watch Manchester United more. Now, I can't afford at the moment to watch the Manchester United games, because I can't afford to have all those channels so that I can see the Manchester United games. So yeah, but I do end up being somewhere that they have the channels, so sometimes, so I do from time to time, I do see some of the games nowadays. And yeah, this isn't starting very good here against Aston Villa, really isn't. Now, going back to the past, oh, look at this, it's the second half. I need to shout something here, demand more, and I need to pause this, because I really need to find changes here. Sancho, I think I'm going to go into this here, and we're going to put Varane in there. We're going to use Mason Greenwood there, and we're actually going to be bringing in Cavani again. And is there anything else we can do? There's only 2 changes. I think I'm going to be satisfied with that, and see what we end up, if something is going to change with this. Aston Villa has been good, and oh, so close. Whew, that was extremely close that they made 2-0 on us. Let's go for always press on that one. Here they are again. They are very dangerous here today. This is the last game of this episode, and I would have hoped that we could end with another 3 straight winnings. But, oh, that's an equaliser. It's Cavani. I brought him on, and we have equalised, and we have 30 or 20 minutes to go. So we still have a chance of getting those 3 points, which I really hope we get. Liverpool is continuing to winning their games, so I really need to win my games. Ashley Young, Watkins, come on, take the ball from them. Damn it. I think instructions out of possession. I think we're going to do it like that because I just want to. We need to put more pressure on them. Hopefully they won't sneak past us but I don't know. Here's Ronaldo, Saka, Pogba, Maguire, Fernandes. Here we come again. Lingard, Shaw. How's Lingard? He's quite... Oh my God! We turn this around and it's Cavani again. It is Cavani again, but it's going to be a VAR checking and it's disallowed. God damn it. Let's get Marcus Rashford in on that left side and hope that they can happen something here in the very dead of minutes here. Come on, United. We still have a couple of seconds. Come on. No. We only get a draw here at this last game of this episode. Too bad. I'm going to go with that and no. God damn it. We needed that win to keep the pressure up on the other teams. Now, I know City has lost points. That's good. But Liverpool just continues to win here. And that is not good. You can see here they lost against Liverpool. So, yeah. Oh, my God. So, we have played the last game of this episode. Let's go through these news here. Premier League spoils shares to Fred and Man United renewed acquaintances. Yeah, Fred. We sold him to Aston Villa. That's right. God damn it. Smith. Mengi's update there. Let's just go through these and a pre-match or post-match press conference. You know what, let's go into the schedule here and we can see that in the next episode there's going to be some really interesting games. There's going to be Dortmund, the first leg in that Champions League game on away turf. Then we're going to face Everton in the league at home and then Everton in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting episode and I hope it will be green here, but I'm fearing it might be red, and that will be sad if that happens. But yeah, let's not take out anything in advance. This is the way we are going to end this episode. And as I said, I do hope that 2022 have started out good for you, and I hope that it will so continue. And stay safe out there and have fun. And I'll just end this episode with bye bye bye.